What's up, everybody? So today we're back in the garage working on the Subaru. Last video you guys saw, we got the EJ22 pulled out of this car. Now we need to go through and strip the engine bay completely. So we need to get our fuel lines, brake lines, and everything else out of here to make room and clean it all up to continue on with our restoration. We will also go into the interior here and pull out our heater core, HVAC stuff, and get that all stripped out of the way, as well as all the wiring. So you may have to pull the fenders and bumper and stuff like that out of here because I think the wiring may run through those areas. So we'll see where this goes, but first up, let's go and jump into this engine bay here and get it stripped down. How did that get inside of there? That does not fit. All that's pretty much left now is just the wiring, so let's go ahead and jump into the interior and pop out the heater core, evap, and all that good stuff to get to the wire harness. As you can see there, we got the wiring pulled out from the dash section there. We still need to get this to snake through. Looks like it goes through this A-frame section here and goes behind the fender. So we're gonna need to pull the headlights, bumper, fender, all that stuff out. I don't know why Subaru has this as one whole piece, but this is definitely overwhelming. So let's I guess let's go ahead and pull the front end apart now. It is finally out. That little fuse box there sucks to take apart, but see there, we got it disassembled. Next up, I think, let's go ahead, we'll get our fuel lines out there, and well, I guess our fuel lines out and our brake lines out. So we went ahead, we got the fuel lines and the brake lines removed out from the interior here. So a little bit of gas you guys just saw there, that's gonna stink for a little while. Then we're gonna go ahead, move out this antenna wire as well and get rid of this, I guess this washer hose that runs to the back. I think I might actually delete this and the rear wiper too. So we'll go ahead and pull those out next, and then maybe pull out the airbag, the SRS wires there. So those will be out of the way next. All we need now is just a little plug to go here, and we got a rear wiper delete. Now we got everything out of this bay here. Let's go ahead, clean it up. As you can see there's a bunch of just gunk everywhere. So let's get this all vacuumed out, and we'll probably just do like a quick wipe down just to clean the surface. As you can see there, we got the bay cleaned up pretty well. Everything is now stripped and removed and looks pretty good. Obviously, we got some staining going on in this area, as well as a little bit of rust that's occurring on the battery tray itself, but this is honestly not too bad. My main issue that I have is, like I said in the previous video, is this little kink that we have right here in the frame rail. So I need to figure out what the measurements are for this engine bay to make sure everything is good, or if there's some way to repair that. So we'll see, but overall, engine bay looks really good. As you guys just saw there, we got the engine bay cleaned up and it's looking decent. Obviously, it's going to need a full restoration as well as the rest of the chassis. But the main reason why I wanted to get that stuff all cleaned out, besides giving it fresh paint and all that good stuff, was to have this frame rail checked. As you guys saw in the previous video when we pulled the engine out, I noticed that the frame rail on the passenger side had a slight kink into it. So I need to get the measurements for this, the factory measurements, to see and determine if everything is in specifications. As you guys saw, when everything was on the vehicle, from the hood, the bumpers, the fenders, the headlights, it all looked good. But obviously this vehicle has been repaired at some point of its life. The only thing is there is just a slight kink in the frame rail. So I don't know if that's something we can fix here or not. If it's not, we may have to take it to a frame machine. That is why I've left the front subframe in so far. So other than that, everything looks to be decent. We do have a little bit of rust over there on the driver's side. It looks to be just the battery tray itself. So we'll have to go through and get that cleaned up. But honestly, that's not as bad as the rest of the vehicle when it comes to rust. We may delete the battery tray and move the battery to the back, but we'll see. There's so many options we could go with this car at this point, from stitch welding, tubs, relocating the battery tray, the ABS, deleting the ABS, changing the location of the washer pump, all that stuff. I mean, you guys saw I deleted the rear wiper and the rear squirter for back there. We got rid of the antenna, so I think I'm gonna shave that off as well. But yeah, we have tons of direction to go with this car as long as everything lines up properly. Like I said, the frame rail is the only thing that's kind of throwing me off at the moment. And of course, all that wiring. That wiring is a little overwhelming, so I have to address that and figure that out as well when it comes to putting in the WRX engine. But other than that, it's looking good so far. We'll continue on here in the next video, like I said, getting our measurements and make sure everything is proper. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, hope you guys like this video. If you guys did, make sure big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We have plenty of stuff coming for this car, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.